Hello, sixth graders. Today we are taking our math journey into the land of comparing and ordering integers. That's where we're going. So we will be comparing and ordering integers today. So yesterday we looked at number lines and we were introduced to two types of number lines. First, we were introduced to a horizontal number line and it runs horizontally, and then we were introduced to a vertical number line which goes up and down. We were also talked about how that 0 is neutral and numbers to the right or above 0 are positive, and numbers that are to the left or less than 0 are less than 0, so lower than 0. So below 0 are less than 0. Today we're going to talk about comparing and ordering integers, and our number lines are going to be very important in our journey. So horizontal and vertical. Those are the two types of number lines that we're going to be looking at. So it says for us to compare two numbers on a horizontal number line. So for example, we have example A, and it says to compare 2 and -6 on a horizontal number line. So we would first draw a horizontal number line. So we're going to draw ourselves a horizontal number line. So here's my number line. I have 0 in the middle, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because 6 is the number that we're going to end up going to. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we want to make sure that as we are numbering, that we are numbering evenly on both sides. So same distance from 0. So the first number that we need to look at is 2. And this 2 is a positive 2, so we're going to jump 1, 2 spots and graph it. The second number that we need to graph is a -6. So we will be jumping maybe I should say ribbit, I don't know, all the way down to -6 and put a dot. Now, our job is to compare these two numbers. We compare them with less than or greater than symbols. So, because 2 is to the right, it's on the right of 0, it means that the 2 is greater than. So we would write it like this. 2 is greater than -6. And we would write the 2 first because it asked us to compare the 2 first. You could write this the other way and say -6 is less than 2 if the -6 was on this side. So the reason why I drew the number line and wrote it out is for proof. I'm proving how I know, because when I just look at this, I could just simply guess. But this gives me the proof. It allows me to practice graphing, and this is my y. It's on the right of 0, to the right. Okay, so let's check out another one. Let's look at example B. Okay, example B is asking us to compare. What are we comparing? We're comparing -5 and -3. So compare, oh my goodness, my pens, you guys, I need to get new ones. Compare, what did I say? -5 and -3 on a, vertical. So we're going to go vertical number line. So that means that I need to draw a number line that is vertical, up and down. Okay, so horizontal I know is horizontal because it starts with an H, and H is like the horizon, right? So horizon, when you look out into the ocean and it's so beautiful, you can see the sunset on the horizon. Yeah, that's how I always remember it. Okay, so -5 and -3 on a vertical. So we're going to go just straight like this. Okay, again, I need 0 in the middle. And I'm going to be going to, I'm going to need to make this a little longer. Sorry, folks. Okay, so I've got a line here, a line here, a line here, a line here. Oh, I should have even gone longer. Oh my goodness, missing letter. I should have counted better. Okay, so above 0, I have 1, 2, and 3, and below -1, -2, -3, with all of my mistakes here, -4, and -5. So I am comparing these two integers. I am comparing -5 and -3. So I'm going to graph -5 first, and I'm going to graph -3 second. And I'm going to look at them, how they relate to 0, because look, they are both below 0. So how do I know which one is bigger? How do I know which one has a greater value? Well, -5 is further away from 0. It's farther from 0. So it's less. So we would say that -5 is less than, okay, or the smaller side is facing, or it's less than because when you open this symbol, it makes an L. Oh, yours is backwards. It would make an L when you look at it. So less than, you open it and it makes an L. So open the top, it makes an L. Less than -3. So -5, because it's farther from 0, I have to jump farther away from 0, it's less. The numbers that are closer to 0 on the negative side have a greater value. Okay, now I want you to do a try it for me. You can try and tell me, here's your try it. Tell me which is greater. So which one use, I want you to use less than or greater than. In your first one I want you to do, I'll give you a -5 and +5. Okay, so put your symbol here in the middle. That's not a 0. Maybe I should have made it a box. Oh my goodness, I'm messing up left and right today. Okay, and then number 2, -8 and a box for -7. Okay, which one's less than, which one's greater than? Hit pause right now so you don't hear me solving. All right, I'm going to come up here and I'm going to use this number line on a vertical, and I'm going to see that if I jump here to 5, -5, it's less than 5 because I want to be on the right of 0 to be bigger. I don't want to owe someone money. I want somebody to give me money. So -5 is less than 5 because if I want money, right? So 5 is on the right of 0. Okay, all right. Now, again, on this one, I can look at this and I could use this same number line here and I could keep jumping, right? So I could say -5, -6, -7. I'm going to hit -7 before I hit -8. So -8 is less than -7 because -8 is farther from 0. It is farther from 0. Okay, so go ahead and rate your understanding of graphing on vertical and vertical and horizontal lines. And how do you feel about identifying which one is bigger and which one is smaller? So which one's greater, which one's less than? All right, and now I'm going to turn my page because we are going to order. So we just compared, and now we need to order the integers. So to order them, you will be given a list of numbers, okay? A list of integers. And your integers need to be organized, okay? So you just get a mess of integers, and they're going to want you to organize them from least to greatest. So we're going to have these integers. Order -4, 3, 0, -1, and -2. So we want to order those numbers from least to greatest. We can do this by using a number line. Yep, so we're going to do that. So I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to make a number line. Just pull out my handy dandy number line here. I'm going to put 0 in the middle. 2, 3, 4, 5. I always like going to -5 because it's like a nice whole number there. Okay, or +5 because those are whole numbers, I mean. Okay, and we're going to now put these numbers on the graph. Okay, so let's see here. We have -4. So I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put -4. And then I need to graph 3. So 1 jump, 2 jump, 3 jumps. I know it's over here because it's positive, and positive is on the right. So I'm going to put 3 right there. And then 0. Oh, there's my 0 right there. And then a -1, which is right here, -1, and -2. So 1 jump, 2 jumps, that's -2. Oh my goodness, look at that. Because I used my number line, I have already ordered these from least to greatest. So -4 is the smallest, -2, -1, 0, and 3. I'm able to use my number line to help me organize my data. That's it. That's all you do. So here's my example A, right there. Ordering them from least to greatest. They will always tell you what they want first, least to greatest. The smallest is here, so this is our least. And we're moving towards biggest. All right, it's time for a try it. Yep, we're gonna do a try it right now. All right, try it. Here is your next try it. And your try it says to order the integers from least to greatest. And your integers, so order from least to greatest. And this mess of numbers is, here are your integers that you need to make less messy, your pile of integers. You have a -2, you have a -3, you have a 3, you have a 1, and a -1. Okay, so go ahead and put these in order from least to greatest. Hit pause so you don't hear me doing it for you. All right, when you're ready, hit play. So I'm going to go ahead and make a number line. And I'm going to put 0 in the middle, which is not very in the middle. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I like the number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, -5. All right, now I need to put these in order. My first one is a -2, so I need to jump once, twice. Boom. That is my -2. -3. Well, from 0, 1, 2, 3, there's my -3. I know it's smaller than -2. There it is. Cross it off. Positive 3. 1, 2, 3. It's up here on the number line to the right. 1 is also to the right because it's positive. Ooh, a -1. I'm going, you guessed it, to the left because it is a negative. All right, now, oh my gosh, Miss Englander, I did not number these. Okay, now we want to know what's the order. Well, I'm just going to write them from least to greatest. My first one over here is -3. The next one is -2. Then -1. Then 1. And last 3. How did you do? All right, go ahead and put your level of understanding for ordering from least to greatest out to the side. Go ahead and put your level of understanding out there. All right, and you can also do some reasoning. So we can also reason with integers. So when we reason, we can look and see which is greater because of where it falls on the number line. So the possible greatest integer. So I have a number and it's greater than -8, but less than 0. Okay, so I have a number. Here's some reasoning here. Oh my goodness, pens. Reasoning. I have an integer. It's greater than -8. And less than 0. Okay, so in the options that they give me some options. Is the answer -10? Is it -7? Is it -1? Or is it 2? All right, so it is greater than -8 and less than 0. So it's greater than and less than. I need a different pen that's going to work. Let's try this one. All right, so when we fill this out, our number line here, I'm going to put my 0 over here. 1, 2, because I need to at least go to 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I need to go to -8. Okay, right away, I know that it's not going to be -10 because it has to be bigger than -8. And bigger than -8 means going towards 0. So this one can't work because this one is not, -10 is smaller than 8. It keeps going away from 0. -7 is right here. So -7 is here. So that one's a possibility. And C says -1. So we want to know what is the greatest possible integer. So -1 is right here, and 2. We want to know what's the greatest possible integer in this list. Well, -7 and -1 are both contenders because they're both in between 8 and 0. This one doesn't work because it's way bigger than 0, so that doesn't fit the criteria. The question is, which is the biggest, right? Which is the greatest? That was what it's asking us. So is -7 greater than or less than -1? That's the question. Because it's less than 0 and farther away from 0, -1 is the number that fits in between both of these. So on these problems, these reasoning problems, you really have to talk it out. -7 is greater than 8. And it is less than 0. However, it's not bigger than the other option, which is -1. It's less than because it's further away. So -1 is the greatest integer that we can use. All right, Cougars, it is your chance now to answer your essential question. How do you, I just got it. How do we compare? That's the word. How do you compare integers? We can compare them also using reasoning, so don't forget that. Not only a number line, but also reasoning. And how do you order them from least to greatest? All right, Cougars, you can head on over back to the Google Meet and ask me if you have any questions or if something is confusing to you. Or you can go on to your practice work. And as always, I appreciate so much your hard work, and make it a great day the Cougar way. Ooh, that got really low.